Habari zenu. Audience inaitwaje in Kiswahili? Unajua wewe hujui Kiswahili hata.
What is that? I'll tell you.
Audience. Yeah.
Wakizaji.
Wasikiliza. Ati wakizaji. No, thank you. Karibuni tena wasikilizaji katika kipindi kingine cha Heartfelt with Bobbie. Watazamaji na wasikilizaji. Because kuna wale wanatusikiza tu na wale wanatuona. Karibuni sana tena katika kipindi cha Heartfelt with Bobbie. Nami hapa ni Mr. Oduor Jagero. Ni Mr. Oduor Jagero. Na tuko hapa leo kuongelelea mambo mengi. Kwanza kabisa, tumeweza kuhitimu 100k subscribers.
Kuhitimu, I think that's really wrong.
No, it's correct.
Kufika.
Si kuhitimu ni kuachieve.
Kuhitimu? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Tumeweza kufika 100k subscribers. And I want us to kind of talk about the journey, the process.
And 500,000 subscribers on Facebook.
Okay. Tell me all the numbers right now. As
the numbers are on YouTube. We are past 100,000. 107,000, which is amazing. On Facebook we are at 540 something, 45. You know, it changes by the day, so you can see it at 145, 540, and then today, tomorrow. So right now, I think it is actually at 543. 543, and then on Facebook, on TikTok, I want to give you the real numbers now.
Okay, yeah, sure.
There we go. 543,000 on Facebook. And then on TikTok, let me check. I want to reduce the volume first so that we don't get those crazy things going on TikTok. On TikTok, we are at 473,300 followers. And then on Instagram, we are at 26,000. 27,000. So the numbers are huge.
That's amazing. Before I ask you how you feel about these numbers that we've been able to achieve as Dialogues with Jagero, I want to start by, first of all, really acknowledging the kind of work that you put into everything.
Yeah.
The kind of work that everyone puts into everything. And it has really been a journey. I consistently love to refer to when we were somewhere having lunch and you were explaining to me these dreams, big dreams that you had.
At CGS, what is it called? Cafe Javas?
No.
CJs.
Yes, CJs.
It's actually Cafe Javas.
Oh, it's called that?
Yes, Cafe Javas.
I didn't know. I thought you were finding a nice way to say Java.
No. It's actually called Cafe Javas.
Okay, wow.
It started in Uganda. Yeah.
Okay, that's really nice.
That's why their portions are big.
The food is really filling, actually.
Yeah, but these days they have gone back to the Kenyan portions. I think they figured out. But you see, now Kenyans also are very funny because they were cutting away the food. Everybody was going away with the food, like pack me this, pack me that, pack me that. They're considered. We are not a take-home restaurant.
But isn't that a good thing?
No,
isn't that a positive thing? Like watu wanashiba vizuri mpaka wanaenda home kushare na watu wako nyumbani.
If you are in business, something is wrong.
Yeah.
You are overfeeding people to the point where they are carrying them away. Have you gone to Art Cafe?
Yes.
That food is so little. Even me, I'm on diet, but like it's really kidogo.
Haushibi vizuri.
No.
So unasema hao ndio sasa wanaserve vizuri. Business.
No. I think they should strike the balance between giving people food and feeding children. There's a difference. I think they give people very little food. Yeah. I understand. I hear somebody told me that works at cafe that they wanapima hiyo kitu na grams, wanaweka kwa kilo. So even the chicken that you're given, you have to pima it. That's why you get the same portion every day. Yeah.
Okay, and then as someone who loves to eat, it's unfair. But as a business person, I can understand why they would have to do that. You know, the episode you did with Mama Rocks, Kina Samantha, they kind of explained how expensive it is to run a food business, especially in Kenya in these times, right?
Yeah.
So maybe that's the issue. It's just too damn expensive in reality.
Everything is expensive in Kenya.
Like in Somali restaurants, they feed us those nice portions. Have you been to Habesha restaurants or Somali restaurants?
Are they businesses?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Food for thought. Jags, today I want us to talk a little bit about, the journey to 100K.
Yeah.
The things that, you have been through personally.
Can we also talk about you like the journey to 100? You don't like the journey to 500,000 on Facebook?
I mean, I do.
Wanna downplay Facebook?
I'm not downplaying. It's
not like important.
I think Facebook it is, but wacha nijitete.
Yeah.
Facebook ni kitu ya millennials a bit more. I'm not that much on Facebook.
Wasn't YouTube before Facebook though?
I mean, okay, let me say, I don't use Facebook as much.
Wasn't it before Facebook, though? YouTube. The one where your heart is.
Well, it is important, though.
Yeah.
It is super important.
I think yes. But I think you want to talk more about the 100,000 because YouTube is a bit slow.
Yeah.
And it is where you put your. It is where mostly the can I say the bigger picture. And
I feel like more creators are using YouTube worldwide, to share their content. Even when you think about where can I watch a video, someone will suggest YouTube before they do Facebook. So I think that's why my mind is kind of skewed towards no bad intentions, no bad feelings towards Facebook, but just let's talk about, social media as a whole, being able to amass such a huge following in the time that you have. It has been about 2 years. Yeah. And, I just want to know the BTS, the background. What is happening? What feelings are you having while you're going through this? But my first question is, now that you've achieved this, because at once this was just an idea. Even this studio was an idea. Even this table, these mics, zilikuwa tu story tulikuwa tunapiga, but saizi tumekaa hapa ndani ya studio. Kwa hii meza tunaongeleshana. So what's the genuine feeling you got when you saw it hit 500 on Facebook or 100K on YouTube?
It is a very good feeling, actually. I think that running a social media account is very nuanced and very difficult. And I think that at the very beginning because I do a lot of research, I do a lot of reading, I do a lot of finding out. And I think what I realized early on when I started doing the content creation thing is that a lot of people create content in the dark.
How do you mean?
Because Facebook might be different sometimes, but it's not very different. Instagram might be different, but it's not very different in this. So the dark here means that, for example, if you're writing, if you're into blogging, which I did for some time, the way the internet for example, how do people find anything? An article on the internet. They find that article or whatever they're looking for. So if the causes of a toothache, for example, you were having a toothache the other day, so you go to the search box, Google, and then type. So once you type something on Google, on the Google text search box, Google registers that question and takes it to their database. What happens after that is that Google crawlers crawl the internet looking for the answers to that. It might not find, but it will keep crawling. Okay? So when I write a blog saying these are the factors that might contribute to your your tooth aching, when Google finds that article, it ties it to the question and figures out how many ways somebody can ask that question. So factors to consider factors that might be contributing to your So your toothache is something, but it can also be tied to, why am I having pain in my tooth?
Yes. Similar.
Yes.
Yes.
And there are so many variations because people ask differently.
And I saw, just to cut you just a bit, I saw there was a joke going around, a meme of how men versus women type in their searching.
Yes.
Men will write toothache, pain, and then a woman will write, I was walking and then my tooth started hurting last week, and then today it's been 3 days right now.
Google likes the one for man.
Short, precise, straight to the point. Yes.
That's a search query.
Okay.
So if you are a blog writer, you do not want to write blogs that you think people are going to read. The question that you're asking yourself first is, what is it that people are asking for?
It's kind of like reverse engineering.
Yes.
You're coming from the other side.
So you want to serve
the needs
of people and the questions that they are asking.
Okay.
Rather than sitting somewhere by the road and thinking that somebody's going to love reading this, and then you write it. So then you can write something, but it's not going to answer any query in the Google database.
Yes.
So that's what it means when you say you are writing or creating content in the dark.
Okay. It's kind of like creating for yourself without thinking about the audience.
Thinking that a lot of people are going to see it.
Okay.
Whenever you want to, for example, in the morning I was searching for this Google phone, what is called Google Pixel, Google Pixel 10. I searched for Google Pixel 10 review, and lots of them came out. So the people that were making the video for the Google Pixel 10 were putting the word review in their query, in their
Titles,
description,
or description,
or hashtag, or tags, or anything. So that is what, for me, I found out very early when I started creating content.
Okay.
So you create content based on, even when you tell me the reason why I keep asking you, what are we going to talk about?
Yes.
Once I've gotten the thing that we are going to talk about, or once I have talked to a guest and I know what we are going to talk about, I go into the internet and find out the queries that people are asking around that topic. So, for example, when we were talking about Ozempic vulva, I had to go and look at all the queries around Ozempic vulva. You see, so there is the itching, there is the loss of fat, there is the loss of muscle. So I will guide the questioning during the interview around those issues while we are laughing, and even the guest might not know that I'm onto something.
This is really smart, Jagero. Why haven't you ever? You've never given me this hack.
Yeah,
but this is really, really smart.
It is. So creating content is basically social engineering. You know. And because and also, even when you are talking to the audience, to the guest, there are things that the audience is saying that are hit points that people would be interested. So sometimes, even when the audience is telling me, Jagero, don't interrupt,
you kind of have to.
I am interrupting because the question has been talked about by the guest.
Yes.
It's a query that people are looking for.
Yes.
But them, they're just saying it in passing. So I take them back there and talk to them about the query that people are asking, because, well, YouTubing sometimes is about leisure and people enjoying themselves, lifestyle and pleasure. But most of the time, it's actually educational. People are looking for answers to different things.
Yes.
Even when you think that somebody is looking for somebody that was killed in 1970s in the United States, there are these women in the United States that are making those horror stories.
The true crime
stories. My wife loves watching those things. But a lot of those people are found out by simply querying those things.
Yes.
Yeah, and you have to say what happened and blah, blah, blah. So that is what, for me, I thought I got very early in the beginning. And also going to school and learning journalism and mass communication and journalism has helped a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that answer your question?
Okay, umehepa question yangu, so I'll just
Gani,
have to bring you
Gani.
right back.
Yes.
No, umenijibu the bulk of zile zime crop up, but I asked you, when you hit these numbers, what was the feeling that was going through? You just ulijibu very briefly.
Yeah, the feeling was very good. YouTube is a very difficult platform to hack. When you do a video and at my friend was telling me in Kisumu that Jagero did a video and it was just 20 views in the last 1 week. It was 15 views, then 200 views, and then after a year it is 1,000 views. But what people do not understand is that is a lot of people.
Yes.
1,000 people is a lot of people.
Imagine 1,000 people in this room.
Yeah.
Saying, hey, I've watched you.
As your audience, it's a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I understand the bigger picture that they're looking at, and they're saying that this is. But you have a very nice feeling when, for example, you make a video and 100,000 people. That's 2 stadiums.
Yes.
Have actually gathered
just to hear
around
what you
your content to talk to you. So it felt really, really good, and it felt like the hard work that we've been doing over the course of 2.8 years are paying off.
Had you anticipated this? Did you kind of have a timeline of when you wanted to achieve this?
I had a timeline that I would probably reach a 500,000 after 5 years on social media. That is on Facebook and TikTok. That has come just half the time. Which is very, very good. But I did not think that I knew that I could make people laugh on social media, but I didn't know that I could curate conversation that will make people, some of the things that people say about the content that we're making, how unique it is, how authentic it is, how middle class it is,
yes,
how it speaks to a given audience, and constantly people telling me that you make the guest very comfortable. They are laughing, they lose themselves, they find themselves answering questions that they thought they would not even tackle. So things like that. So it's very, 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 and you see, YouTubing or creating content for a man is not the easiest because there is no beauty attached to it. And sometimes beauty sells.
Yeah.
So your raw numbers have to speak. Your raw numbers will have to speak for itself.
Yeah.
Before, let's say, a company comes around, and start placing an ad or start working with you. It will be based on the work that you have done. I am not saying that women get it easier, but I think that if Roberta is the owner of a channel, there are men who are CEOs that will come give you things simply because of who you are.
Yeah.
Even
some people just want to watch a pretty face. It's just that. And
nobody wants to watch a beard. Even the women do not want to just watch a beard. Sometimes
it has to have substance and like something behind.
Yeah. So I felt really, really nice when I reached 100,000. Actually, the feeling started coming after around 90,000 because I knew it was on the way.
Yes.
It is just a matter of time.
Yeah.
I think by the time I did a video with ZP's boyfriend, and I was at 98. I did not take a day before I crossed there. He gave me, I think, that video gave me, about 4,000 subscribers. So I was thinking that it was gonna take like another, let's say, 3 weeks to reach the 100,000, but then it took about 3 days.
Yes.
To reach the 100,000. I just woke up and it was. I caught it at 99.9.
Yeah. 99.9.
Yeah, I caught it there. For some reason I caught it there, which was very interesting, and I took a photo of it.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to know the 100
person.
Yeah, one.
Are you able to do that?
They should be able to tell me who they are. They should be able to tell me who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least the first and the 100K.
Yeah, the first in my must be my relative. My wife doesn't. Nice. My wife watches, but I don't. But my wife supported the podcast a lot. Actually, my wife paid 15,000 towards the making of this podcast for about 8 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
I really love Amare.
Yeah.
She's so amazing.
So she has been very, 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 very helpful in the making of this thing.
Yeah.
And I think that when you are in a relationship, especially marriage does not have a very good name out there these days.
And you guys are just about to hit 10K.
10K.
Sorry, 10 years.
10 years tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, celebrating 10 years.
Any plans? Amani is classified. See, exclusive.
Our marriage is very good. We are just going to enjoy it. It's not we don't fly helicopters and put on social media, which is for people who do that, that's fine. Yeah, but I feel like relationships are different.
Well, congratulations to you guys. I know 10 years is big, and you're achieving all these things closely, almost at the same time.
Yes.
In this very young age of yours. When you were young, Jagero, was this the dream? Did you have a kind of far-fetched vision of where you wanted to be by this time? Or life has just kind of meandered you into this?
I think as people who grow up not in a very... The other day I was talking to Agacho, Stan Klaus Agacho, and he was telling me that people who do not have money suffer in planning. You tend not to have a lot of great... You can have great ideas, but you have to eat fast.
Yes. Yeah.
You literally have to have something in your stomach even to start thinking about what you want to do. So, and that is why I even struggle with the label of a celeb, because it is something that was so far-fetched in my head. And that is why sometimes people are even telling me, Jagero, we don't see you don't come out on the social medias as a celeb. You just do your podcast and that's it. And
nobody knows where you are, what you're doing. Are you in the country? What do you like to eat? Nobody knows nothing about you.
Yeah.
Except the work that you're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that very intentional, or are you just living life?
It's I think that there is a time I was in church with a gentleman, and he was telling me that he had done very good for himself, and he was telling me that the reason why he can't date right now is because he doesn't know who wants him for who he is. Because of where he's coming from, and now he's working for the UN, he's got a big car, he's got a big house, and he's just struggling within himself of whether, am I going to find a woman that loves me for who I am, or the woman that sees the car that I drive, the house I live in, or the job that I take, or the planes that I pander to New York, back and forth. You see, so sometimes when people even tell you that you're a celeb, you don't believe it. It's not ringing in your head, because where you're coming from is you did not think about it. There are people who find it very easy to be celebs, I think, where you show up at Luo Festival, you take pictures with your fellow celebs, and you do this, and you do all these kind of things. But I also feel like I think of myself sometimes as an intellectual, somebody who wants to talk, not to go and take pictures at the beach and take pictures at, with the extravagant bespoke clothing. I mean,
unatuchomea bana. Unasema si tuna show off.
It is beautiful, but I don't think that way. So yes. So going back to where, for example, where I am, the way I was growing up,
yes.
it was very difficult to dream that way. And so I wanted to become a news anchor. I think I've told you this story.
Yes.
Yeah. And it slipped through my fingers. So when it slipped through my fingers, I was like, this is the end.
Before,
yeah.
Why did it slip through your fingers? Do you think you gave up, or do you think you're just not getting
so
jobs?
I had very serious issues that I think a lot of people sometimes have not even said the real reasons, because it was somebody will hear that question and will be like, Jagero, really? That does not sound true. So
Your truth is your truth. When unajua.
When I have always had an issue with my palms, sweaty palms.
Yeah.
Sweaty palms make people commit suicide.
Because of the shame?
Because of the shame. Because of what happens when you start. So what happens is that you fear shaking hands with people. When I was doing my exams, I had to have a towel where my palms was resting so that I don't smudge the paper. You remember the paper was so
delicate. And yes, na tunaandika na biro.
No, it wasn't a biro. It was a pencil. I don't know. You guys used we used a pencil because you had to mark. There's some crazy marking that we had to do on the. So it was you did not want to smudge that thing. So I had to put my hand on a towel, small paper towel, small towel, so that I can write my exams properly. When I came to Nairobi, because of the situation in which I was, which was basically very poor child, it became worse. So the problem with sweaty hands is that it becomes worse when you become anxious. So it's a lot. So when I finished mass communication and journalism, something was happening on TV. People were using papers to read the news.
Oh, yes. I remember.
You know?
Yes.
And in my head, how do I handle the papers with sweaty hands?
Uteseke shule hizo miaka zote tena ukuje kuteseka kazini.
Yeah. So that is going on through my head.
Yes.
And also, so I did not search as much as I should have searched for that job because of that, because I was very conflicted on whether I could. So they were using a teleprompter, but when the teleprompter fails, you go back to the paper.
Yes.
Or you use the papers to know where you are at any point.
Yes.
So you have to have the paper and then put the others down and then read the news. Because the papers is what is guiding you. So that every time you are done with what you are reading on the teleprompter, you have to put it aside.
Yes.
So that you don't reread.
Oh, yes.
Yes. You understand?
So this is giving you more anxiety as you're thinking about.
Yes, it's a lot of anxiety.
Yes.
So I did not pursue it as much as I should have pursued it to be a news anchor. So that is how it slipped through my fingers. And I decided to start my own company and do my own stuff. Okay? So then I am growing up and I really, really want to be in the media. I was very envious of people like Larry Madowo and Catherine Kazavuli and Nimrod Tabo.
Salem Doy.
Yeah, and even my age mate actually that is on Nation today she's called what? I've forgotten his name. These days he's become very big, gosh. I forgot.
Dan Mwangi.
Dan! Yes, Dan was my age mate. We were doing poetry together with him at All Saints Cathedral. And he went there and conquered the newsroom. Mwakazi was my mentor in playwriting and doing all those things. And then Mwakazi went and also conquered. So I slipped into darkness, into that tunnel, the long tunnel.
Did it send you into some sort of depression? Did you kind of have to grieve the idea of a career you thought you wanted?
I did, but part of the reason I didn't even enjoy watching news.
Because you're like, this should have been me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not enjoy, at some point I did not enjoy watching news. So see, that happened, and then I forgot about everything else because I got into what I was doing technology, traveling. I loved traveling. And then when I hit 40, I'm like, oh shit, there's something over me that I don't understand. I am feeling like I'm so unaccomplished in life. What is going on?
You've done all these amazing things. You've traveled, you've had a family, you've made the money, but you're still feeling like something is missing. Yeah.
So that's what I found was actually the place where that crossroad. You know, I did not, I dilly-dallied there, but I did not find my true route. Or the route that I took was not the one that I originally meant to take. So it eats you up. And then I realized that, okay, I have to ask myself and confront myself and say, where are we going after this? Yeah. So I couldn't obviously go back to TV because TV is falling apart. The only TV that is standing right now in Kenya is just Citizen TV. The rest of them, K24 folded the other day.
Yes, I saw.
Yeah.
Which is shocking. I feel like Nation are also trying
Nation TV
to come up. Yeah.
Yeah, probably Nation TV, but then you must just count the two.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, traditional media imeisha.
They are suffering. They're suffering. And so I decided that then podcasting is where I can hold conversation, and that can bring me closer to what I've always wanted to do. And when I started doing it, I was like fish in water. Yeah. And
drowning or swimming?
Swimming. Fish to water is a good thing. Yeah. So it started really well. I started my conversations, the numbers started coming, the people started talking about it. And it was very tough because it is very expensive to run a podcast, because you're basically trying to run a media station single-handedly.
Yes.
It is very tough.
Okay, first, Dialogues with Jagero. How did you come up with this?
Dialogues with Jagero was a pissed off moment.
Pissed off at traditional media?
No. Dialogues with Jagero was not supposed to be there. I wanted to start one with my friends, you know, and we called it Maskani podcast. I actually made the logo. But then we were not at the same level with the friends that I started the podcast with.
What do you mean same level?
Same level. I wanted it more than them. And so for them, it was fun, and we can record, we may not record, we may post, we may not post.
Yeah. No, where you're trying, unatry kupenya, unatry.
Yeah, you know, I'm trying to build nation here.
Yeah.
And people are building K24.
Ooh.
You know. I am trying to build something huge here, and somebody is trying to build Hebrew TV.
Would you advise?
No disrespect at all. No disrespect.
Would you advise against doing business with friends then, or starting something serious?
I think that you can still do things with friends, but you all need to be at the same level. You all must want it almost the same way. Because if one person is wanting it and the others are, for example, it is difficult to do things with friends. For example, you are looking to start a business and run a profitable business, but some other folks are trying to have fun. I think that is not where you want to be. You want to be with the people that want to make a business, to start up a business, and make a profitable and make profits out of it. But if some other people, what I'm trying to say is that you must want the same thing. If you want different things, then at some crossroad, at some junction, you're going to leave each other. And that is why you find that when I started Maskani, it was all about me. And if I stepped out, then it would be dead.
Yes.
So if I did not ask, gentlemen, let's record, then nobody would record. If I don't edit it, then it will go unedited. If I don't post it, then it's not posted. You know. So that went for some time, and I said, look, guys, we need to be serious about this thing. And when the rubber met the road, people were like, let's give ourselves a break and see if this is something that we really want to do. One of the team members suggested the same. So, and it is how long? 3 months, I was like,
that's too long, man.
We are thinking for 3 months.
Hapo ndo ukajua yenyewe ni mimi tu nataka hii kitu.
But the funny thing is that we gave ourselves the 3 months. I had no otherwise but to buy into the 3 months of thinking. And on the third month, actually, the following day, I called and I asked them, so what have you guys thought about? What are we going? And then I was telling my friend to call my other friend and get where his head is at. And he said, yo, I've not even thought about it.
Yeah.
The following day, Dialogues with Jagero was born.
Okay, good. I like that. We're gonna fuck all of you bitches.
So that is how Dialogues with Jagero was born.
Yeah.
In fact, I remember I posted one of the videos on Dialogues with Jagero. Jamaa kaniambia, natumia content yetu. Alikuwa amekaji, lakini studio ilikuwa yangu, vitu ilikuwa yangu.
Vitu ni zako.
It's everything, just their voices. Yeah.
Is this the same, when you're applying, we've talked about the emotional bit, we've talked about the social bit a bit. Before we get into finances, saizi tuko kwa mind kidogo. Umesema ni important sana kuwork na watu wenye wanataka kitu unataka, work on the same level na we at least close to mentally. Is this the same thing you apply when you're inviting the guests? How do you get people to come to your show? How do you get people interested? Just before we started recording, you received a call of someone asking, can I please come and talk to you about, and I'm sure you get so much more calls of people wanting, because I believe now the value is selling itself. Now people are seeing this big, beautiful thing that you've been able to build with your hands. And now everyone is interested. There's people who want to come on. There's people who want to advertise with you. There's people who want to pay you for stuff. So, ukifikiria guests, unafikirianga nini? Unafikirianga watu wana trend, watu wanapiga kelele mingi, watu wa smart, watu wanakubamba personally. How do you decide who's going to come on the show?
I do not like people that trend. Because the way I engineer my conversations is that somebody has to be very knowledgeable in what they're talking about. And that is why a lot of our social media cuts are going viral. Because they are people, first of all, for me, I like people who are bold. You are bold about the things that are happening in this world. If you're talking about the clit, let's talk about the clit.
Yes.
Talk about the vagina, let's talk about the vagina. If you're talking about a friend of mine, I confronted her on this set and she could not get herself to say the word penis.
Really?
She could not. She couldn't. Do you know what she said? Penile tissue.
Okay. Potato.
So you have to be very bold, and I like people who have gone deep into their knowledge. Like the knowledge is not ordinary, and that is what wows people. When a simple thing is explained, how they mold plastic. How this microphone works.
Yes.
Everybody sees a microphone, but nobody can explain to them how a microphone works. And so when you explain how a microphone, like the way Stan Agache was explaining why buying land is not going to make you rich. And people are wowed at it. He said that last week. Today, that video is more than 700,000 views on TikTok. You see? So for me, I don't like guests who pussyfoots around stuff, and guests that when you're talking to them before the interview, they are telling you, this one I don't want to talk about, this one I don't want to talk about, I don't think will be good for my image, I don't know what, it's going to be, people are going to, the government is going to catch me.
Don't come.
It's not working. And then there are also people who are calling me, simply because they have seen people on the on my channel,
yes.
And that I'm asking them, what do you want to talk about?
Yes.
And they cannot answer that question. Or they're talking and they're bouncing that question back to me.
At you, what topics do you think we can discuss? You're the one who called me.
Yes. So it shows you that they are people that are not going to give the audience value. Even when you look at the Diary of a CEO, they kill interviews. You come record and they delete it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Simply because they do not see value in what you have said. So I think that people have to be very confident and should be very bold on what they want to say to the entire world, because Dialogues with Jagero is not a Kenyan podcast. And that is why when somebody tells me that there is somebody who is trending in Kenya, Kenyans follow this podcast 37%. So if you are trending here in Kenya, only 37% of my audience want to hear what it is. Yeah. And probably it's already been on Obina show. It's already on somebody else's show.
Yeah.
You've been lapped up by people.
Yeah.
For me, and even the way that Dialogues with Jagero has, there are people that nobody knew before they came to Dialogues with Jagero.
Yes.
And they trended.
Fresh faces, actually.
Yeah.
That's something I love about the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always some... I'm part of the team, but I'm consistently meeting new people every time I'm around. Yeah. So that is also very intentional by you, yes?
So I would rather somebody that, because if you bring somebody, because for example, my South African audience is 23%.
Very close to Kenya.
Yeah. So if you are gonna bring somebody who doesn't even know what they are talking about, simply because they are trending, ama mataku iko inje huko kwa Instagram, I mean, it's not fair to the South Africans. We don't know this person.
They need value.
Yes, we don't know this person. So, and I get messages from Zambians, I get messages from Tanzanians, from Ghanaians, from Komoro, from all around the globe. So that is why I would rather get somebody that understands. Like when I talked with Faith, I don't know, but Odhiambo is
Did you
here.
say that because the boyfriend walked in?
No. She's Faith, I spoke with, I don't know, Odhiambo, has Faith been in a podcast?
Before?
Yes. No. You see?
And she's doing amazing numbers.
You see?
Everyone wants to listen to what she has to say.
And even the one that we premiered in the morning, a lot of people are asking me, Jagero, where do you get this beautiful, brainy women?
Yeah.
And peka moja.
She's taken.
You know?
Yeah.
So for me, in fact, I speak with you at a restaurant for 10 minutes, and I know. For example, Odhiambo is somebody that we had never... Odhiambo kept telling me, Jagero, I want to come to the podcast, and I'm like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah. Well, let's be honest.
But when I met this guy and we spoke for 10 minutes, I knew this guy is a candidate for my show.
Yes.
Straight away.
So also vibes.
Yeah, vibes. Somebody, articulation. There are people who have knowledge, but they can't impart it.
Yes.
They just can't tell it to somebody. You know? Or you ask them a question, and then they tell you one paragraph and one sentence, and then they go quiet.
Yeah, you kind of have to keep asking, They just have yes, no. Sometimes,
yes,
maybe.
Yes.
Okay, I want to jump into the financial implications. You've mentioned that running this podcast is very expensive and it's not easy, especially it's like building your own media house by yourself.
Yeah.
Something I love about you, Jagero, is you jump before you think. I don't know if this is something you realize. I mean, it is dangerous, but some of the people who make it farther are big risk takers.
Yeah.
They think later. They settle things. And for the time I've known you, I've seen things tend to work themselves out. And even with... I think it kind of shows you really, really trust yourself. Like you really know what you're doing, and that's why you're able to jump before you think. It's dangerous, but then again, the returns are showing because you've been able to achieve this. So tell us a bit about, the financial implications and how you're handling being able to even pay the people that you've employed, the people that are working with you, how you're able to sustain. You don't have to tell us bit by bit like how you're paying the bills, but I just liked an overview of the feelings around the money you're spending. Is it easy to actually acquire money while you're doing podcasting? Do you think it is worth it? Do you think it's something you'd advise someone to jump into? Have you ever regretted starting what you're doing?
No.
Just tell us a bit about all that.
To the contrary, starting Dialogues with Jagero and recently Political Headache has been one of the most brilliant ideas that I think I've come up with, because it had shown me the other side of me, of myself, the other side of people, and it is a nice feeling to be able to be in a position where you meet lots of people and interact with a lot of people. The way you think really expands. You are constantly researching. and knowing new things and meeting new people. And it is beautiful. So I think that it is the best thing that ever happened to me to start Dialogues with Jagero. Starting a podcast is like starting any other business. The difference is that it involves it's a human contact kind of game.
Yes.
Because you meet a lot of people who have got feelings. You meet a lot of people. In Luo, there is a word called dondore.
What does that mean?
Dondore means that it is... it's a very working with videos and audio is very, what is
Dondore.
The word? Yes. Like there are so many nitty-gritties around working with audio and video. And there are so many fuck-ups around recording, especially when you are not set up professionally. Because, so for example, we should have been having a sound engineer because Citizen has a sound engineer, correct?
Yes.
They do.
Yes.
So this is how it would generally work. You would have to have people who are shooting the video. People who are specialized in shooting videos with cameras, okay? So one person standing there, another person standing on this camera. If we had a third camera, somebody would be managing that third camera. There would be somebody constantly watching, what is the word? Listening in to the audio, because you don't know what is going on. The mic can start going shh, and you don't know.
Yes.
And you will realize this when everything else is done and the guest is out and gone.
Yes.
Which
has this happened to you? Have you lost footage?
I have lost
sound.
I have lost footage. I've lost sound. I've lost anything that you can lose in something like this.
Yeah.
And then when it comes out of that place, then the editor will have to sit down and edit the video. When the person he would be editing the video, but then somebody should be working with sound. The sound engineer should be working with sound. That is why when you listen to some podcast from Maju, unauliza, why is the sound so clean?
Yes, it's like everything else is very silent.
Yes,
and the
except
sound
their voices.
Yes,
except their voices.
Yes.
You see, you listen to the Diary of a CEO, you see that kind of
quality,
beautiful. My friend Rix is anasemanga sauti ya karibu. You feel like the guest and the audio is one and the same thing. You don't hear anything leaking. Birds you want, unless it is intended.
Yes.
Right? So somebody gets that sound. The sound is raw when it's recorded from a rod. It is raw. So you go and clean it. You get the echo out. You get reverberations. There are so many things, up to 8 things that you need to. Then you equalize it, because the way you speak is not the way I speak. I'm louder than you.
Yes.
So the sound has to be standardized. That is why sometimes when you listen to our podcast, I am louder than the guests. It should not supposed to be like that. But because we are not at a place whereby we have a dedicated sound engineer, And podcasts are things that go fast. It's not like a documentary that you're working on for 1 year before it is released. It has to be released the following day. So you see those things. Then you have a color grader, somebody who now grades. So after Collins has done it, we take it to the person who is color grading it. It is color graded properly. And then everything else is done. Some people even go as far as saying, okay, now let us do After Effects. If you look at the Diary of a CEO when it's starting, you're seeing so many things going on at the same time. They're trying to explain something very fast within the first 3 minutes. That is Adobe After Effects, or any other After Effects software that is doing that. So you can find that. So, for example, if somebody were to tell me, Jagero, how many people would you want to run Dialogues with Jagero? I have always said, and I maintain that I need 15 people to run Dialogues with Jagero, and they all fit.
Yes. Kila mtu na roli yake.
But that also means that you are going to be spending 2.5 million in salary every month.
Yes.
But then, if somebody mwenye anaona, because, for example, if you get an ad placement on our video, you are guaranteed of 5 years of constant referral on that video.
Yes.
Yes.
Because the video is still there forever. Yes.
So if somebody came and told you that, Jagero, I want to give you 600,000 per video to place an advert, it's not a lot of money.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's valid.
Yeah.
And that pushes me to kind of my next question.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with, ad placements, and how are you charging? How do you judge how to charge someone who's coming on to plug themselves on the podcast?
Yeah.
Because, I know there's a lot of people who like freebies. They just want to come venye umesema for fun and just to be seen. Or there's people who, they're not seeing this work that you've put in all through. You've talked about the emotional work, the physical work, the monetary work. There's a lot that you're putting into this podcast. So how do you judge how to charge someone who's coming on?
I think it is a very interesting part, because now I think we have the numbers.
Yes.
And if a brand is going to come with us, they can see the numbers and what is going to give them. I mean, Odhiambo came here and suddenly was having so many people asking for. He came here and they're saying that gentleman from Kisumu is called Brian Odhiambo. Very articulate young man.
No, he's running for a seat. He'll tell us about it.
Did you saw it on social?
I saw it on Facebook.
Odhiambo, you put it.
Oh, you didn't know? I'm sorry.
The conversion rate is very high in terms of business. Communication consultants, I think for the past 3 months,
Yeah.
I've gotten so much business from Jagero Show.
Yeah, so obviously people are not hearing you because you are not connected.
Just say what he said.
Yeah, so Odhiambo is saying that he's gotten so much business coming from the fact that he's been on my show.
Yes.
And the other day, when I put up a poster for Political Headache, I was so shocked when people are saying, Sisi tunatambua Odhiambo Tieno and Joaquim Simiyu.
I saw.
Wengine hatutambui. And in my head, I was just thinking, and I want to ask him, I was just thinking, do you think, Odhiambo, that these guys are speaking like this because they have seen you on DWJ and Political Headache, or something else?
Yeah.
I think it's because of DWJ and Political Headache, right?
Yeah. You see, so I think this thing can give a lot of people value for their money.
Even with Salano, his jump on
He
social
told
media.
me that, Jagero, what your podcast has done to me, I could not have imagined just 3 months ago. Because now we are booked literally the whole day. I don't know whether I can say this, but
we can edit it out.
I can't really say it, but he told me so let me just generalize. He told me that sometimes it was not in a very good space because he had just come to Nairobi. Nairobi was a very expensive place. But when he came here, I said, man, you look good. Saying, Jagero, we are doing really, really, really well.
Yeah.
And lots of other people have told me the same, that they have come here and their fortunes have changed because of... So I think people should be able to give us money. We are already having ads being placed on DWJ.
Yeah.
And people of the internet, if you have an ad, if you are running a company, and you want to place ads here, you are more than welcome. Come, let's have a discussion.
And we're accepting everyone, even stylists.
Yes.
If you want to feed us.
Yes.
If you want to dress us. If you want to, everything. Everyone has a space here.
I hope that you are enjoying that episode, people of the internet. Everybody says there is no job. And that is true. Also, that was me 10 years ago. The problem is that everybody is trying to get a job in their own town, in their own city, in their marketplace. They ask friends for jobs. Mothers call uncles, uncles call fathers, but there are no jobs, right? Let me tell you what no one is telling you. Jobs migrated online. What I actually mean is there are many, many jobs around the world and there is no one to do them. I have worked for a long time online, I think more than 10 years. I work for Americans, I work for Europeans, I work for the Chinese, the Australian, Canadians, the Ugandans, name all of them. And last year, I had a eureka moment. I said to myself, you know what? I should compile what I have been doing for the last 15 years. So in 2024, I wrote a book called Goldmine, 18 Side Hustles for Africans. And it sold a lot of copies. In fact, sometimes I was receiving
500 orders in a day. In 2025, something happened. AI came. I think in 2025, AI came. AI came in 2024, but in 2025, it is here with us. And people say AI is taking away their jobs. And for me, I'll say false. There are actually AI jobs. Na mimi ni nani? I created more jobs. We now have in my book 25 online and offline side hustles that you can do anywhere in the world, whether you are in the village, whether you are in your small town, whether you're in a marketplace, whether you are in your house, you can do them. In this powerful volume 2, I share 25 new actionable online hustles specifically researched and tailored for Africans. My new book provides clear step-by-step guidance, drawing from my extensive experience and research, including the mistakes I have made and lessons I have learned over 15 years in this online job market. You can become an executive assistant to busy folks in Europe, America, and Canada. You can also get paid for tasks like watching videos and taking online surveys. There are many of them and they're in my book. You can also build a business as a virtual assistant, start an e-commerce without a shilling. You can also become an affiliate marketer or an online English tutor. And you can also do tens of AI jobs, and they're all in these books. If you have a job, that is fine, but I know around you there are so many people that are always looking for jobs and at home watching Netflix. Buy this book for your brother, for your sister, for your mother, cousin, husband, who is back at home all day, all night watching Netflix. Okay? Buy it for your friend. That friend who is always asking you for cash, you can buy this book for them. All the information is in the description below. You can also inbox me, you can WhatsApp me, or you can go to my website, which is oduorjagero.co.ke. The book is only 1,000 Kenya shillings. Or if you're anywhere around the world, the book is $10. So thank you very much. Back to programming.
Jags, how do you feel generally about this journey now in summary? You know, all these things you've been able to share with us today. How do you feel about where you're at, where we're headed? How do you feel about the...
I have my fantasies about DWJ.
You want to share?
I think that creating content is... there is a time I put it on social media and some people laughed at me and said, Jagero, come on. Just want money to go and sleep with women who go in Mombasa.
They're projecting.
Yeah. I said I wanted 50 million to build a content house. To build a content house and build several studios. I want to start other podcasts, not necessarily run by me.
Yes.
But I think there are a lot of people out there who have the money to put in investments, but they don't know where to invest. I think real estate is oversaturated.
Yes.
Content creation has money. If people are earning up to 5 million podcasters in a month, then that is telling you that how many houses how many apartments must you have to earn 50 million in a month? How many apartments?
Nifanye math sai.
Yeah, but it's a lot.
I know what you mean.
But that would be a billionaire, who is able to get 50 million from rent, But one person in this country is getting that much.
Yes.
So that tells you that if you put money in content creation, you're going to get it back. I want investors, people who can put 10 million in content creation because I have it all figured out. I can engineer conversations, I can build sets, I can do all those things. I'm thinking that Roberta should have her own show. Like, it is your own show called Bobbie Roberta.
Yes.
But then the problem is that we will have to have many videos to edit.
Yes. But by the time you're achieving this, I think you can kind of afford it.
So Heartfelt with Bobbie can easily branch out.
Yes.
And be a totally different podcast.
Yes.
I
get what you mean.
Yeah. So, people of the internet, you bring the money. We are ready to invest it here. I am actually supposed to meet somebody today. In the evening today.
What time?
At 6.
We have 30 minutes.
That's why they're coming.
as we wrap this conversation up, before I ask you if you have a question for me, are you happy with life? Are you happy with your achievements? You know why I'm asking you? Let me tell you why I'm asking you. And I'll also tell you why I started the podcast by asking you about the emotional implications of, carrying DWJ. I know it's very kind of difficult for you to accept positive reinforcement and affirmation sometimes. Like when, the celeb thing, when people are actually acknowledging, oh my God, that's Jagero. I know it's a bit awkward for you because it's not something you're very used to. It's not something and I asked that because, when we hit 100K, I was overjoyed. I screamed in my house and I was alone over there. It is
interesting that but for me, it was just a number.
For you, I felt like you were just... Because I'm the one who was asking, okay, and then what are we doing? What is happening? And how are you feeling? Are you happy? Maybe you feel it in your heart,
it comes with a lot. Sometimes the things that we fight so much for fatigues you so much. Sometimes that you feel like at the tail end of it, it's like a man who has been trying to collect money to have this beautiful wedding and he can't fuck that night. Because there is no energy. Yeah. You see, it's like trying to do an event. If you ever done an event, and you've run around so much that by the time the event is coming to an end, you can't even give a vote of thanks because you are completely expended. Your energy is completely gone. So actually that happened to me when we hit 100K. I was at a point of numbness that you have done this amazing thing. And sometimes you might achieve something, but you are looking at the people that probably are working with you. They are not as happy because a lot of work is going on in their head. They are doing so much. They don't see the money, things like that. So I am somebody who has a lot of feelings for people that help me build, so it sometimes you feel that way, that you have got so many people that around you that have helped you build this thing, but the reward is not there yet. You understand? And
you're just hoping everyone on the team can hold on a bit because you see the dream.
Yeah, even Costa was telling me here when he was telling me the hard work that goes into creating music, and he was telling me that he would be paid 15K to go and do a gig, and it is not enough for anything.
Yes.
It's not enough for anything. Like they come out and then they show up at the event and they have been put at 3 a.m.
You have to wait.
Yes. And then he was telling me that, but when that time comes, you have to wake up and play like the world is coming to an end.
Yeah.
He's telling me that his first gig had 15 people. He used 30,000 and he went home with 3,000. And he was so crushed. But he woke up the following day. Sometimes, by the way, you do a podcast and you think it is the podcast that is going to have the numbers. And then it just fizzles.
Yeah. Because I don't have the least. That's how I do shit.
And then I got a billionaire. Like a $1 billionaire on a fucking podcast.
Nobody's watching, though.
Nobody want that shit. They couldn't connect with that motherfucker. They couldn't.
We want to see the trending people posting their asses on Instagram. That's more fun than listening to a billionaire.
So it's
probably
it's but I think that the world needs to start looking at this, especially us Kenyans. The other day I did a documentary, and that documentary for Migingo went really viral. I think right now it has 200,000 views. And then there are some people around us here who claim to help people who are creating, people who make documentary. So I wanted to go back and follow the story of somebody that I got there, that I found there. I wrote this beautiful speech for a documentary. And this organization that claims to help people do documentaries did not even respond to me. And I see the people that they're giving the money, are not doing anything, really.
Yes.
I don't even know if they have any documentaries on YouTube. And if they have documentaries on YouTube, I don't know the reach. But you can imagine that the kind of reach that DWJ has, some of these organizations do not even send you. They do not even tell you that, look,
Sorry.
we saw your staff and we are not able to work with you now. So sometimes we especially in our country, Kenya, we sometimes, do not remember the people that are doing the work.
They like to reward the popular people.
Yes. The other day I was called to go and give a speech on content creation. And I'm like, dude, but you have been having all these guys doing this thing for you. Kwani you didn't get value from them? So that is what I think is going on here. But the thing is that I have realized that you make your own thing. Right? Kuna watu mtapatana tu mbele. Yeah. But when you are forging when you are forging that dirt road, nobody's is gonna watch.
Yeah.
And content creation is so difficult. I see a lot of people sending me videos that Jagero, can you watch this and tell me what you think? I opened that video, it's 8 views. But this is a human being who is actually trying to earn money through YouTube. 8 views, 10 views, 100 views do not even give you a cent. Like it's 0.00 when you look at the
and you keep
analytics.
going and going and going and
yeah. And where do you get that energy to
it's
keep going
tiring.
and going? And you see,
have you ever wanted to give up?
Yeah, a lot.
So how do you deal with
that? It's like, fuck this shit.
Fuck these people.
This shit, fuck everybody. Call the cameraman. When this is sort of home.
Fuck Peter.
Jana tulikuwa tunasazana. Ndio Kiswahili ndio.
Jana tulikuwa meeting, Jagero anatutetesha. But I applaud you for, your resilience.
Yeah.
You're sticking to the course. A lot of the things I know right now is because of you. A lot of the knowledge and confidence I have has definitely been encouraged by your presence and the way I see you do things, even especially how you run your business. So I'd say as not just a friend, as someone who's part of the team, or even as a fan, as someone who loves to watch your videos as an audience, I truly do enjoy everything that is happening at Dialogues with Jagero. And even to be able to be there when things are happening in the background, when unatutetesha juu ya standards, na qualities, na keeping time, na sijui doing what, I get it. And I think these standards that you've set for yourselves and the way you're trying to show everyone here your vision, I think it matters a lot because it is translating in the numbers, in the quality, in the feedback that we're getting consistently. So I'd like to say congratulations on your big achievement. And I'm really, really happy to know you, Jagero. Yeah.
You have been such a shining light in DWJ. The other day, why are you crying the other day?
Oh my goodness. I didn't think you'd bring it up. Today when I was making my coffee in the morning, I was saying, should I bring it up? No, I don't want to whine on the podcast. But, during this time, okay, my personality type is that I'm very much an introvert. I like to stay home. I don't like being outside doing things with people. But being in front of the camera, or, being a writer, being, the things that I do, I think I've been able to strike a very perfect balance between talking a lot while still keeping my private life very, very private and just being able to do my things. And there's times when I think when people are commenting on, the things that we talk about on here, they're not thinking that we are human beings, or they're not understanding that, we are going to see the feedback, we're going to see the things that people are talking about, and it's okay to have feedback. Actually, I just saw the video of Zippy when you asked her about how does she deal with haters, and she was saying she blocks them, or she yes, kuna hiyo blocking na kuna deleting na kuna hizo vitu, but I was crying because it was hitting me that maybe to achieve the things I want to achieve, it's like I have to be okay with people having opinions about me. And I think that kind of, I know it's crazy for someone who's on TV to be saying this, but it just hit me that, oh my goodness, I'm letting people in to the point that now they can start forming opinions on me, yet they know nothing about me. They know nothing about my personal life. So I was crying because already I was having a difficult week. I think this was just like the straw that broke the camel's back. When I went online on social media and we had just done the video on OnlyFans, and it's hundreds, if not thousands of people calling me a prostitute, a hoe, malaya, ndio maana sijui nini. And listen, there's no problem with being a prostitute or doing sex work. It's fine. Siogopi kuitwa malaya. I've been writing about sex for the last 10 years. That's something I'm kind of used to. I think the reason I broke down was I was just wondering, I've had such a fucked up day. I just wanted to come home and eat and sleep and just smoke my weed and just relax. But then I get online and it's hundreds of people saying all these things about me. And I was thinking, oh my goodness, am I doing the wrong thing? Am I in the wrong career? Because this goes against my personality. I'm not the type to even tell people about, to let people in like that. You've complained to me about that even in our friendship. Vile ujuangi anything about me, ujuangi nafanya nini. So I think that's what was happening. Now I feel better. I'm okay with it. But as we close, let me maybe ask you, how do you yourself handle seeing people have consistent opinions about you? And I want you to bring humanity into this answer. Usiseme tu, I ignore, I don't care. Because, to be honest, it does hurt sometimes. You'll see someone say something.
There's a time we made a video, and I was talking with a very beautiful woman. And then somebody made a comment that I was enjoying that video until I saw that guy's head. This cameraman, did you have to bring that guy's face? It hits you like a ton of brake.
Yeah.
It hits you like a ton of brake. But you see, you go back and ask yourself, so who is this person exactly that is commenting? And you realize that this is somebody that you don't know. What is going on what is going on at the moment in their lives? Where do they live? Do they have a job?
Do they have
Do
Wi-Fi?
they have a family? Do they have Wi-Fi? And you realize that you really do not know anything about this person.
Yes.
And what is actually bringing them on TV or on your podcast, you have no clue whatsoever what it is. I do not think that somebody... the other was telling me, Jogo there is a video we did with the about his marriage, his failed marriage, quote unquote. There were people start throwing a lot of salvos towards him, and I think it is not nice, and it leaves you with some kind of thing. And I've realized that a lot of women react very emotionally to comments that are made on social media about themselves. You remember the reason why there is a guest that we used to have is no longer coming to this show is because she could not deal with the comments. And so for me, I think that I have found a way to deal with it in the sense that, first of all, I minimize
reading
my interaction with the comments, because even though you might have a tough skin, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
every
8,
day.
9, 10 negative, you do not remain the same. And it does something to you. So for me, I think that, yes, you can read the comments, but you can't be there the whole time interacting with people. Like TikTok is wild.
Yeah.
TikTok is wild. We put a video and it is 100,000 within the first day with hundreds of comments.
Yes,
30,000.
thousands.
Yes. You can't even keep up. Like I have TikTok is always pestering me to have notifications on. It's impossible. I mean, I'll be having let's say 10 notifications every second. Yes. How do you keep up with it?
Yeah.
So I think for people like us who are podcasting, sometimes people are envious of the kind of place place we occupy. Some people are very envious of it. Some people do not like that we are the ones who are asking the questions. Some people might not like me because I'm the only one talking to Roberta. They have been dying. Who the fuck do you think you are? You're talking to this woman every day. And we are also out here. Yo, what's up?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So the best thing to do is to call me a bitch.
No, me.
Yeah.
They're now calling me.
Oh, okay.
You don't know shit.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing like that? They have told me laughing like a villager.
Oh, gender university.
But I've always said that I'm not learned. So why are they...
Yeah.
Stop. She's talking. Why do you think we want to listen to you? I'm the one who brought the guests, bro. Just chill.
It's your show, bana.
So those kind of things. So I minimize. If you're going to be on social media a lot, I think the best thing is not to have contact with those comments because they are hurtful. Because you can have 10 beautiful messages, and the one that comes is a salvo directly, my friend.
Yeah.
It hits you so hard.
Yeah.
So for me, I just do that.
Yeah.
There are people who are telling me, Jagero, stop bringing those divorcees. They are telling you all manner of things. There's a lady who responded to that and said, bring your mother.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, that's what I tell them all the time.
Just bring your mother who is married and is
and
to the show. Hey. See, kuna mama.
When you bring their moms, now it's beef. Now they're offended.
Yeah.
Why would you talk about my mom?
Yeah.
Okay, Jags, thank you so much for having this sit down with me.
Yeah.
It's been beautiful to listen to your journey. Do you get to talk about yourself a lot and tell people about...
Somebody was telling me that, Jagero, I've not seen you in any other podcast. What is going on?
I don't think you should go to any other podcast.
I should, but it's just...
Be very picky. Be very picky.
I don't know, man. It's okay.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to meet to be on their podcast, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Talk about online hustles.
Buy the book.
Yeah. Online hustles is okay. Nice.
I'd like to close this episode. Do you have a question for me?
I will ask you another date.
Okay. I'd like to shout out the team here. We have a very, very able team of editors, social media. So many people come into, the production.
You did not tell them about the person who did your...
Oh, bado sijafika, ngoja tu kidogo. A lot of work goes into producing this podcast. It's not just the two of us sitting here talking to cameras. Kuna mtu wa lights, kuna mtu wa cameras, kuna floor manager, kuna kina Sinyolo anapiga story uko ashaenda home. Lakini there's a lot of work that goes into...
Sinyolo is still around.
There's a lot of...
Those are Rudhiambo's shoes, yes.
Oh, there's a lot of work that goes into making sure that we're giving you the quality that we feel you deserve. And I feel like we're growing. We keep doing better and amazing. And today my makeup was done by the amazing, beautiful Missy Glams. She's part of our team here and she does our makeup. She's done such an amazing job. Please send her some love in the comments. And please follow me everywhere on social media. My name is Roberta Bobbie and follow my blog as well, Love and Orgasms. That's why I tell you guys my stories about sex and relationships and intimacy. For now, I'd like to hold here because if I don't stop, I'm a yapper and I will keep yapping. But thank you guys so much for helping us achieve these huge milestones. We shall be having the plaque soon. Tutaiweka hapa kwa wall kama trophy, tusikie vizuri sana nayo. But until then, asanteni kuwa nasi katika kipindi hiki cha Heartfelt with Bobbie. We'll see you next time.
Thank you very much. Thank you.